Hi, this is Ann, and today I want to talk to you about my meeting with TikTok. Well, actually, ByteDance, who is a parent company of TikTok. And this is definitely not my normal style of video for this channel. I usually do graphic design tutorials, but it's related to my graphic design content, so I wanted to share it with you. Anyway, about a month ago, I got an email from somebody named Caitlin at ByteDance in China, and she wanted to talk to me about a new educational pilot program that they were going to try out on TikTok. And I was super excited because when big companies reach out to you about things, pretty cool stuff can happen. Anyway, they'd seen my classes on Skillshare, which is a creative educational platform. And so they wanted to set up a meeting with me to talk about this new pilot program that was supposed to be more education focused. So I was super pumped to figure out what this was all about. Although I have been pretty maxed out lately, I've been working so much, and I'm just not sure how I can even add something else to my schedule right now. So the day comes, and this is a video chat. So there are 4 people on the chat, but Caitlin is the only one I can see. The others have their video turned off, but they're just listening in on the meeting. So Caitlin tells me a little bit about the pilot program, and then she starts asking me questions about what I'm currently doing in the education space online. So I tell her I have a few classes out on Skillshare and Udemy, and then of course this YouTube channel. Then the questions start getting really in-depth, and here are a few of them. They wanted to know if I use Facebook to promote my classes, what Facebook's analytics are like, what other ways I drive traffic to my courses on Skillshare and Udemy. Then they wanted to know if there was a site that gave me good analytics and SEO practices for marketing, if I would pay for that. So then she dug into Skillshare and Udemy, how the payment works, the analytics, what their business model is, and all that stuff. So I was a little confused about this because I just kind of figured that information is really easy to find out about online, so it's sort of public knowledge. She did ask how much I made on those sites, and I wasn't really willing to give her an answer on that. But anyway, those questions took most of the entire meeting. I would say it was about 45 minutes. And then she switched over to the TikTok pilot program. The idea there was for me to produce about 40 videos over a few weeks' time, and they would have their content team help me with what to put on these videos. I told her I was a little overworked at the moment, and I was a little worried about burnout. And then one of the other 3 turned on her video and came into the meeting. And my perception was that she was sort of annoyed with how Caitlin was handling the meeting, like she wasn't getting to the point fast enough or something like that. She basically said, "We really need you to focus on this program and be willing to devote a lot of time to it." And so then I was like, okay, I'll make it work. Just tell me what to do. So then Caitlin told me that the content team would reach out to me, and she finished up the meeting, and that was basically it. All in all, it took about an hour from start to finish. So yeah, I thought it was a good meeting. I thought it went well, although I did think it was a little strange that most of the meeting was kind of them finding out what I'm doing already. I just thought that was a little weird, but I was committed and ready to get started, and then I just waited and nothing happened. So finally, after about a week and a half, I know that it takes a long time to write content for things. I've worked with a lot of content teams over my career. I decided to just reach out and ask how it was coming along, check in with the status of it. So I emailed Caitlin and I copied the other 3 people who were on the meeting, but no one responded. Then another week passed with no response. So I emailed again, and this time Caitlin's email bounced back as undeliverable, like she had either quit or been fired. I really hope that didn't have anything to do with me. But I'm going to email one more time, and then I think I can officially say I've been ghosted by TikTok. Now, I can't say for sure, but it really felt like the whole meeting was about them finding out about their competitors' business models and analytics structure. Maybe they're wanting to come up with like a paid analytics site of some sort. I'm not sure they ever really intended to work with me on a pilot program. But then even that is weird because almost all the answers to the questions they asked me are pretty much readily available online. So I just don't really know, but I was pretty bummed out about it for a while. I just don't really know what to think about it all. But in the comments section, if you've ever had a disappointing experience with a large company, please let me know your story. Just write that below. If I have any updates on this story, I'll link the video up at the top of the screen. All right, I'll see you next week with another graphic design video. Thank you.